it's a journey that I wouldn't trade for anything, but one that I've put a lot of work in, a lot of time, a lot of sweat equity. I mean, a lot of people have had to sacrifice, including my wife, my kids, in this journey. But it's been something that I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
That's phenomenal. Now, a lot of NFL football players, they want to coach, they want to get into, they want to stay in the game. Maybe when they're done with their career, on the field. But you wanted to get involved in investing. So how did you get involved in investing? What kind of companies do you look at? What do you invest in?
Was always just a very curious individual. I would say when I first got into the league and came into capital, it was kind of understanding the oil and gas industry. Because I came from Texas, oil and gas was huge down here, cattle was huge down here, so that was kind of the impetus. Got into some capital. Where do I need to put this capital? Oil and gas is a very bureaucratic, very political, very old school. It's innovation happening, but it's a little slower in the oil and gas industry. But just kind of got attracted to drones and robotics kind of early on, in my career and in my development as an investor. And while I was in Pittsburgh, was kind of poking around over at Carnegie Mellon University. I got to see some of the things that were coming out of that particular university. Started seeing a couple of pitch decks. The Super Bowl happened out in 2016 in San Francisco. Got to go out and experience San Francisco and Silicon Valley and everything that it had to offer. Got to go and see some of the high growth companies at the time, Uber and Twitter. I got to see some of in Facebook and got to go see how they were growing, especially the back end of those particular entities at the time, and just kind of got hooked. And from there, started to spend some quality time with either players who had transitioned from NFL to investing, or people who had some type of affiliation to the Valley, and just started immersing myself in the industry. And it's been an industry that I'm fascinated about still. Try to immerse myself in the industry as much. Play football during the daytime and moonlight as an investor during the nighttime.
As a NFL football player, you understand offense and defense, and of course, all business is war. So when you're looking at these investment opportunities, how do you analyze what's a good deal? Do you look at the team? Do you look at the market? Like, what are you looking for when you're looking to invest?
It's fascinating. You get to really dive into everything. You get to understand the founding story. Why is this founder uniquely qualified to go out after this problem? Understand what they've went through from a personal journey. How do they think about hiring? How do you think about the market? Are they going after a market that just needs innovation? Are they trying to create a new market? Or are they trying to create a derivative off a market that's already been